Hello, changemakers. Welcome to the Dr. Kyra Show, where we use science to change ourselves, others, and the world. Today we're going to talk about keto diet versus low-fat diet because the jury is in. You know, there's been a bunch of studies lately that out of Stanford and other places that have put these two diets head to head in terms of their results and in terms of their engagement, how long they last for people. Now, the history of all of this is that back in the 1950s and 60s, there was a discovery of that sugar and carbs were the thing that made animals and then therefore people gain weight and get fat, especially in the belly area. But as the sugar industry found this out, they spent a lot of money pointing the finger at fat. And it's not that fat is awesome for you, it's just that in combination with carbs, it does cause a lot of weight gain. So there was all of these low-fat foods that came out in the 1970s, 1980s, into the 90s, and even into 2000, into 2010s and 2020 today. The entire food industry moved based on this low-fat idea. And then about a decade ago, the rumblings started of keto diets and, what if you ate just animal fat and cheese and no carbs or low carbs, starting with Atkins, of course, in the early days, and started to gain some momentum because people were getting really good results, both with weight loss and also correcting their blood chemistry for heart protection. And it seemed very paradoxical that you could eat a bunch of fat and still be healthy. So where does this lie today? So as I said in the beginning, the jury is in. And so where we find ourselves today is that low-fat diets and keto diets are actually equally effective if you stick to them. It's whatever works for you. And I have this debate with a good friend of mine who's a physician who runs a keto clinic actually. And she asked me, what do you think of the whole keto diet? I said, as long as somebody stays on it, that's great. And eventually the world will be more and more, and you can see this now, more and more putting out products and options on menus when you go out to restaurants that support the keto diet. So part of the problem that they found in these studies is that keto, the adherence or the sticking with itness of keto doesn't last as long as low fat. But I think that's more a comment of the ecosystem and how you have to keep missing out on the birthday cake and things that are normative in culture and in society and in your environment that makes keto so hard. So hopefully it'll get easier. I hope this helped you to kind of assess these for yourself, and whatever you choose, make sure it works for you. I'll see you next time.